and respect. And we do stress that in the chaplaincy. Finally, on April 17th of 1768, Colonel Washington got what he wanted, a paid chaplain to serve the regiment. On this subject, I have often, without any success, applied to Governor Dinwiddie. I now flatter myself that your honor will be pleased to appoint a sober, serious man for this duty. This is what made George Washington a great leader, a great commander, and a great president. According to Washington, his chaplain should be represent the presence of God, which they still do today, to this day, and be sober, which is I really think is great because we have hands-on. We're not just trained in a mental way, but we're out there doing the job, doing funeral service, boots on graves, as they call it. And so it's important that we be the presence of God, and we should be the presence of God everywhere we go.
Story St. Francis of Assisi. He's training a new monk, and he's going around and he says, let's go preach the gospel to the village. So the monk's all excited. And they go down to the village and they stop at the butcher, and he talks and just asks them how his day's going, how the family's doing, how everything is, and fine, and they exchange some things. Goes to the baker, does the same thing, talks to him, enjoys himself, a little conversation. Goes to the vegetable vendor and talks with him and messes around and talks with him all that. And they do that all afternoon. And then they head back to the monastery, and the young monk turns to St. Francis and says, I don't get it. I thought we were going to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. And he turns on and says, we did. See, he also said something real famous. He goes, preach the gospel 24/7. And if you have to, use words.
So we have to make sure that we represent who we say we are. And we represent all different branches of the service, being from the Army to the Navy to the Marines. And we also represent Team 35. So we are a United States Volunteers Joint Services Command at the National Cemetery in our nation. Now, reciting the flag presentations should be also perfected, because even though they don't know exactly what we're saying, but we know. And they always are making sure they're watching us and that we're doing the best that we can do. So it's very important that we remember the things that we need to be remembering. No chaplain will be assigned a servant till they master the presentation of the flag. Protocols of proper receiving of the flag, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. Protocol of presenting and receiving the flag. Protocol of introduction to cemetery representative. So it says we cannot stress the importance to present oneself in rank the moment we are at the designated memorial shelter site. So the time that we arrive there is the time that we need to make sure we perfect everything, because this is somebody's loved one. Yes. And as United States volunteers, we should be highly respected in doing what we're doing. So we show them the utmost respect.
In 2007, Promise Christian University was designated as a school of choice to train chaplains to serve in the USVJSC Chaplains Corps. Since that time, 46 men and women have gone through our 3 levels of training. One joined the Army National Guard. 28 chaplains joined USVJSC, of which 20 are still active. The USVJSC Chaplains Corps continues to train chaplains and assistant chaplains through annual colleges and continuing education online through the USVJSC Rough Riders University. The mission of the USVJSC Chaplains Corps is to have 1 active chaplain at each national cemetery, with a minimum of 1 USVJSC active chaplain in all 50 states. Our motto is ready to serve. And under the leadership of Chaplain Albert Aguilar, Chief of Chaplains, the USVJSC Chaplains Corps is becoming a very respected, integral member of the United States Volunteers Joint Service Command.